Welcome back, everyone, to Context, and thank you for the love and likes on the last video. It's been very overwhelming. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Don't worry, we still got bangers from the electric company in the pipeline. Trust me, there's a lot of material. After looking into it, there's even more material than I thought. So we're definitely gonna revisit them. But I figured we'd take a break in honor of the new movie coming out. Was it Joker Folie à Deux? I almost gotta say it with pursed lips, right? Joker Folie à Deux. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I think I looked it up on like a YouTube video or something. I don't know. But yeah, I figured that we would go ahead and in celebration of the movie, let's go ahead and do a Joker story. So listen, the Joker, you might could tell from the title, Joker might be deranged, a lunatic, an absolute psychopath, but I mean, he knows the one golden rule you don't break, and that's that you don't want to screw over the IRS. You definitely do not want to screw over the IRS. But this story is from way back in the day when Joker wasn't quite so crazy. So that's why you might see this and you might be thinking, what the heck is going on? Why is all this so goofy and wonky? Yeah, this is from way back in the day. Don't worry, you aren't crazy. He was a lot more. He was a bit more. He was more of a happy prankster, I guess you could say back then. He wasn't a criminal that killed people. So join me as we dive into the Joker getting audited by the IRS. Our story begins with Gotham's worst criminals all appearing at the home of racketeer king Barlow. I think that's how you say it, Barlow. If you don't know who that is, that's okay, because it's literally not important. It's really not important. He was just a popular underground criminal in Gotham that had a lot of money, and that's literally all you need to know, because that's literally all I could find on this guy. I think he was literally just for like this one plot line, and then I don't think he came into anything else. I think he started being dead. So yeah, I literally could not find anything on this guy really. So yeah, that's all you need to know. You're not missing anything. But we get all these underground criminals in fancy suits, coming out, in their fancy suits and hats, coming out to his place to hear his last will and testament. And what do you know it? The Joker showed up. Simply because his reasoning is that he never turns down an invitation. He got invited, so he's there. So we quickly find that even in death, this Barlow guy, he's a huge troll, gigantic troll. He actually doesn't leave anyone anything of value, anything of any real value. He even leaves Batman a penny for no reason other to just insult him. Like, Batman's not even there. He just the audacity of leaving him a penny. Just to say, like, hey, this is how much I feel that you're worth. Yeah, he has no chill. But people, after a while of this, people are like, okay, listen, let's cut the bull. All right, where's the real money? Because apparently, King had about 5 million stashed back somewhere. He had 5 million saved somewhere, and everyone knew it, that he had 5 million stashed. Now, keep in mind, this was back in the day, right? Just like I said earlier, this was back in the day where 5 million was a lot of money, right? Now it's like, oh wow, I can buy a good house and a nice car. It's like, hey guys, I'm doing okay, but I still got a budget. kind of deal. Back then you're basically, Scrooge McDuck. So with $5 million. And look, before someone said anything in the comments, okay, I'm just joking. It's just jokes. I know 5 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money still, but it was a significantly more amount of money back then, obviously. But yeah, but you might be wondering, who does he leave all this money to? And maybe you guessed it, maybe you didn't, based off, who this video is about, but he leaves it all to Joker. and yeah, to the, I think to the surprise of, pretty much everybody, he leaves it all to Joker, and Joker wastes no time spending tons of cash, like no tomorrow. He just, like, right after he gets it, he starts spending it. I think it happens on literally the same page. He's like spending money. The moment he gets, he's like, okay, cool, I got it. Boom, let's start spending money. And the spending gets so absurd. It's to the point where he's shown a house, and he's like, man, why are you showing me this dump? Like, I got money, man. Why are you showing me this dump? And then the guy's like, sir, this place has 87 bedrooms. This place has 87 bedrooms. Could you imagine that? $4 million, and just part of that is an 87 room mansion. Not even like the full thing, but just part of it. 87 rooms. Like, what, $4 million gets you what, like a condo now? I'm joking. It's still a lot of money, I know. I'm joking. But Joker's spending eventually leads him to actually dining in the same restaurant with Bruce Wayne. And man, you just know Batman doesn't want him to have the money. He's talking about Robin like, Robin, I know it's dirty money. I know it. I know it is. And Robin's just like, well, we can't prove it, Batman. Chill. Like, yeah, like they literally, like, yeah, he is livid at the fact that Joker's like doing good for himself for some reason. But yeah, Joker has so much money at this point that he literally has a vault of money. He's literally like a mini Scrooge McDuck. He has a vault of money, which is crazy because hasn't he been spending it? Like, what did he get? Did he get everything on credit or something? Like, you telling me he bought a minimum, right? Because he considered that small. I don't know if he bought it or not, but he bought at least a minimum of an 87 room mansion. He considered that small, right? And after all of that, buying all of that and spending his money like crazy, he still had a vault of money left over. Just absolutely insane. But you know what? This whole thing has been good for Joker, because he's even turning over a new leaf at this point in the story. His henchmen find this amusement park and they say, "Hey, you should go rob this amusement park called the Lav House. It'd be perfect. You're the Joker, Lav House. Get it? Like, it'd be funny." And Joker's like, "Man, nah. I actually don't need to commit crimes anymore." It's like, I actually don't really even need to do that. Like, I'm good right now. Like, I got a mansion, I got money. Like, I think I'm good. So I mean, it's pretty wild seeing Joker just like change. Like, he's like, oh, I got money. I really don't need to do any of that stuff. Or at least he thought he didn't need to do any of that stuff. Because you see, there's just this one problem in this whole thing, and that is that most of the money and jewels and diamonds and all that stuff, most of it is actually fake. Everything, a lot of it is actually just fake money. So old King left him a final troll, and he gave him enough money at first to make him think that he had actually given him the entire thing. But it was actually like the stuff on top was all real. And as he would spend money and get through it, he would see that like the dollar bills were fake, like the jewelry was fake, like everything at the bottom was fake. And upon this realization, Joker was like, "Oh yeah, I guess he did hate me, huh? I guess he did hate me. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, he did like hate my guts, fully and completely." So why would he leave me all his riches? It's like, yeah, Joker. Why did you think he left you all his riches if he hated you to that degree? So Joker just brought all this stuff that he really honestly know now that he can't afford. He has no hopes of paying any of it off, but it's actually about to get much scarier. Because guess who comes knocking at that exact moment? It's the IRS. And they say, "Hey, look, you know you got all this money, but we want our inheritance tax." This is wild. So you need to picture this. The IRS sent one guy, just one guy, and he comes into the Joker's house asking for money. Asking him for money. That's how gangster the IRS is. They send one guy. He was like, "Hey, listen, like, I know you're a criminal psychopath, all that stuff, but a little bit, you owe us like $2 million on that. On that $4 million you owe us like $2 million. So you know, it's gonna be cash, a card. How you want to pay? How you want to pay it?" So at first, Joker was gonna say, "Oh, man, I don't gotta pay taxes on this. It was all fake. You know, total misunderstanding." Right? Like that's the first thought you had. But it's like, I was thinking about this, and would that actually work? Like, so you just inherited millions of dollars. You just purchased things like you had millions of dollars, and then when the IRS comes around and asks, you know, for their cut, you say, "Ah, man, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I don't have to pay taxes on any of that stuff. Turns out it was all fake. So yeah, I don't actually owe you guys anything. I don't owe you guys nothing. It's actually all fake. Yeah, so, you know, just go about your day." You know, I don't know if that will work, honestly. But surprisingly, this is not the reason why Joker does not tell him. That does not tell the IRS that the money is fake. The reason is that if he tells the IRS the money is fake, the other criminal overlords would laugh at him. This is his reasoning this is his reasoning. If he tells the IRS that he doesn't owe $2 million, the other criminal overlords would get mad. Or not, I'm sorry, not get mad, but they would like laugh at him. They were like he would become he'd become mocked by his fellow, you know, gang members, like fellow criminal overlord gang members. Yeah, people might think he was dumb for falling for that. I mean, he is, but yeah, he would rather pay the IRS the $2 million than to have a hit to his ego. So he tells the IRS that he'll have their money, and you know, not to worry about it. And the guy from the IRS is like, "Okay, cool, yeah. You got 1 month. You got 1 month." And it's like, wow, a whole month? Oh, you're giving him a whole month? The IRS are like a mob boss, man. Like this is a shakedown. This is basically a shakedown. So now Joker doesn't have a choice, right? He's already told the IRS he didn't tell him the truth. He didn't tell him the truth, so he now he has to get the money. So he has to get the money the only way he knows how. So he has to go back to committing crimes. Like there's no other way out of this. So, but what he needs to do is he needs to do it in a way that no one knows it's him, because if they know it's him, they think something's up, right? Like, why you need money if you just inherited $4 million? So he has to basically kind of be as generic as possible in his crimes. So that's what he does. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna be very basic, very bare bones. I'm not gonna do anything extraordinary. But as he's breaking into a vault into the late of the night, what do you know? Wind blows like a theater poster sign to the front of the bank that he's robbing, and he gets the money, but they then suspect that he robbed the bank because of the theater sign. It's very bad luck. Like, it's insanely bad luck for him for that to happen to him. He's not having a very great run here, and it's about to get worse because as when he's dining in the fancy restaurant, because I guess he still goes there, he drops some of the money, some of his money, and who goes to help him pick it up other than Bruce Wayne? And Joker becomes defensive right away and takes it. But Batman has become so obsessive over him and over this whole thing. I can only assume he doesn't wash his hands after touching the money and going all the way back to the Batcave, because he has his fingers examined, or he examines his fingers and determines that the dollar, that the money that he touched from the Joker was actually fake. Like, Batman, come on, man. like, don't get me wrong. All right, Batman is 100% right. Everything that he suspected, he's 100% right. Like, yes, it's fake. Like, yes, Joker, is committed some of these petty crimes, stuff like that. He's 100% right. And the money's also dirty because, of course, it's from King. But he's also kind of a hater, right? Like, he's hating on Joker in this story. Like, Joker's turning over his life. He's eating at fancy restaurants. He's becoming, a good person. He's not committing crimes. The Batman's like, nah, I know you, Joker. Nah, what's the hook, man? What's the hook, Joker? What's the hook? So, yeah. So while he's like, I got you, Joker. Joker is meanwhile, continuing to do these petty crimes to get money for the IRS. But Batman has a troll himself for Joker. So the Joker robs an opera, and Batman suspects that he's the one that did it, just because of like the eyewitness, right? So he suspects that he's the one that did it. So he takes all the tickets. Let's see how you pronounce this. Pagliacci, I think it's called. I think it's Italian. It's like a play, and I think it's like a clown in there somewhere. I don't know. This is the first time I actually heard about it. You can call me uncultured swine if you want. But Pagliacci, look, I found out from some random YouTube video. So Pagliacci, so he buys all the movie tickets, or he removes them all so that people think, oh, it's the Joker because he stole all that's his hook, like that's his thing. Like he robbed the place and he stole all the tickets. So everyone now thinks Joker still robbed the place, despite Joker trying to wearing a trench coat, a hat, like everything to hide his identity. They still think that it's him committing the crimes. So at this point, Joker only has about 2 more weeks to get the government their money. So he has to hustle, right? He doesn't have a choice. And Batman and Robin seem to already be onto the fact that, he's committing ordinary crimes. So they decide to go out and investigate just ordinary crimes, I guess. So Joker, one night he breaks into the zoo, but he gets spooked. And when the security guard shines his flashlight on him, he immediately covers his face and runs. So while Batman and Robin don't actually catch him in the act, this whole story even further confirms to Batman that yes, he is he is the one that's committing the crimes. So what does Batman do? He tells Robin to hang back. He has a plan. to, to catch Joker once and for all. And what is this plan? So what's the super secret plan that Batman has that's gonna flip this whole case upside down, right? Like, the guy's a genius, so he has to have something amazing and incredible up his sleeves. So here's the plan. The plan is that so he locks himself in a monkey cage with a monkey, and the monkey had makeup on his face so that he looked like the Joker. So the idea is that people think Joker tricked him into getting into the cage with the monkey because he thought the monkey was Joker. So, is this really the world's greatest detective? Is like, what? So hold on. So his plan. He goes to a cage. He puts makeup on the monkey to make the monkey think he's I'm getting confused. He goes into the cage with the monkey, puts the makeup on the monkey so people think the Joker tricked him into thinking that the monkey was him, so that he can get in the cage with the monkey all night so that the reporters could report on it. Yeah, so this was the plan. Even Robin is there when they're like, oh man, Joker tricked Batman, haha. And Robin's like, Batman, come on, man, you didn't really say psych. He's like, hey, Batman, say psych right now. Like, you didn't really fall for this, right? Like, say psych. Yeah. So later on, we come back to the Joker. He's talking with a fellow criminal about the whole, because it made the paper, obviously, the whole Batman monkey incident. The Joker decides that at that, when he's talking to everyone thinks he did it anyway, right? Like, everyone thinks the Joker did this regardless. So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take full credit for it. So he shows his criminal friend. He's like, look, I was there at the zoo. The other night, I even stole this little trophy thing. Right, I don't think he got all the money he wanted to get, but he did steal some trophies and things of value. Probably things that he fit in his pocket or something. I don't know. But well, he's telling his criminal friend that, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, that's awesome, man, that's funny. Well, it turns out the criminal that he was talking to was actually Batman. So Batman disguised himself as the criminal, had Joker spill all the beans to him, and this is the crazy part. He actually recorded him saying that. This is when recordings mattered, right? Like, now you can just do AI to imitate someone's voice, so recordings don't hold as much weight, but back then it really did, right? So he had this whole freaking tape recorder, I guess, in his back pocket, recording the Joker. And he's like, I got you, Joker, it's over. So in a last ditch effort, the Joker flees, and he tries to escape via this secret escape hatch, I guess, he installed in the mansion. And for some reason he designed it to be just like glass, and the way that you would get through it is you would need a diamond. This is how the Joker he had too much money. He designed the escape hatch so that you would need a diamond to cut the glass to get through it. Why he didn't just make it a door or like a code or anything else, I don't know, but this is how he designed it. And the diamond that he had, I guess, and that he had with him that he was going to use for this escape plan was actually fake. So he couldn't get through it. So yeah, he ends up getting caught and probably put back in jail. So there you have it. So at the end of the day, Joker, or King, he got the last laugh on the Joker. and that is the full end of the story. So this was a wacky freaking story. This was a definitely a wacky story. I think we might have to also visit these older DC comics, because older comics in general just got a lot of just bangers. Like this was amazing. I'm definitely gonna do more of these, because these were amazing, and I don't give DC enough love. I think I've only done 2 DC stories, and they were both Joker. So we'll get some more on context. But yeah, guys, if you can, I gotta say the standard YouTube thing, like, comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys, I really do. Thank you so much. Drop, if you want, drop other weird stories you might want me to cover. I got a pretty good amount of pipeline. You guys might like what I have coming up. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the love and support, and all the new subscribers, welcome. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.